that homophobic people pick and choose when they believe being gay is a choice depending on if they're trying to shame a queer person who's proud of their queerness or a person who is not. Now I'm explaining what I mean by that. So when we're talking about somebody, specifically gay men, because I feel like they have it the worst when it comes to homophobia, when they are proud of their queerness or being gay, right? And they're accepting of it. Straight people who are homophobic will push the narrative that being gay is a choice to try to invalidate, their existence, right? By saying that being gay is a choice because you're actively choosing to lay down with other men, you're actively choosing to be in relationships with other men, and because you make the decision over where and how you move, or you take the willpower to move, that's you choosing to be gay when you can choose to do those same things with a woman. Therefore, even though that would make being straight a choice too, even though that doesn't make sense, that's them saying that being gay is a choice, right? But that logic completely falls on itself when these same homophobic people acknowledge the existence of people who they call DL, right? These are people they want to shame for not living in their truth, or they want to shame for being queer still, but they use it by acknowledging that being gay isn't a choice. And that means that them acknowledging DL people is them acknowledging that a queer person can make the choice to be in a relationship with someone of another gender, say a man choosing to be with a woman or a woman choosing to be with a man. But then the whole concept of them considering these people being DL is the fact that despite their choice, they're still gay. So like I said, homophobic people pick and choose when being gay is a choice and whether or not it's synonymous with their sexual orientation, depending on whether or not they're trying to shame people who are open about and live in their truth versus people who don't. Because it's never been about whether or not they believe it's a choice or whether or not the argument holds up. It's about the shaming. If you can acknowledge that a person can choose to be in a relationship, or say a man can choose to be in a relationship with somebody of the opposite gender and still be queer, you're recognizing that your logic to tell somebody their sexuality is a choice because they can choose to date a woman falls on itself. You're just a homophobe and you want to shame people.